Hello, my name is Christopher Lillblad. I work for Microsoft. I normally work telling people how to do really scalable big solution on Azure, but today I want to talk to you about Redis. Most people would see Redis as a cache, and it is a cache. You can use it for cache, but you can use it for so much more things, and I want to open your eyes for some of the other use cases here. So first, I want to show you some code directly. So I'm opening Visual Studio here, and I have a demo where I'm showing you how to use the Stack Exchange .redis NuGet package. So from within my application here, I will just read a bunch of quotes, and one of them, a random one, I will set to the key quote, and then in my other console application, I will just read the current quote using string.get here. So if I get back and really run this application here, I will just start the demo one, and I will start this one here. So you can see on the left hand side, you can see I'm setting the key quote to value, and on the right hand side I'm reading that quote, and as the quote gets updated, the right hand side will see the new quote. So that's normal use case where you use Redis as a cache. So let's go on to something more fun. The next scenario I want to show you is lists inside Redis. Lists are really useful, and they can be used for many things, and one of the things they can be used for is for queues. So I'm doing this demo 2 here, where I'm pushing a bunch of quotes into a list, and you can see I do list write push to the key name quote list here. So I do it 10 times, and then I have a second application that will just query what are the quotes inside that key right now, and for each and every of those I will just write them out on the console. So you can see here I say db.listRange quote list from the beginning to the end. And then I have the third application that I can use to do left pop or right pop. That means I can retrieve value from that list, either from the left side or from the right side. So let's see how that looks like. So I'm starting the first application here, and it's starting to push 10 quotes to the list. The second application on the right just shows them all the time, show all the quotes that are in the list. And the third application here will let me pop from the left or from the right. So if I press L, I took the first quote, the one that were in the left side of the list, and I showed it here. Or I can do a right pop, and that would be if I were a dog, something. So I pop that one, and I continue to pop from the right when you have secured an area, or the left, and I can continue to do that. This is a really efficient way to do an in-memory queue. If you want something really fast, the list inside Redis is really good for that. So using the lists as queues seems alright, but in a real world scenario where you would have several work roles listening and reading from the same list or queue in this case, would it really work? What happens if something goes wrong? What if I'm doing some work with some message and it didn't work? It crashes by some reason. Can I handle that? Yes, you can. So I'm doing it once again here. So I'm pushing things to do to a queue here, or to a list, and I'm going to set up two workers that are going to read from that list. Any of those workers can be the first one to read the message. There will only be one of them that will read a message from the queue or from the list. And once in a while I will simulate a crash, and if that happens, I will show you what happens then. So I'm going to use this feature here, list right pop left push. So that one will take a message from the list from the right, do right pop, but it will also left push the same message into another queue. So that queue is called processing quotes. So that's the current quotes that are being processed, and if everything goes according to plan, I will then remove the quote from there. So I will not have anything there if everything goes well. But if something happens, that quote will still be in processing quotes. I'm also going to use another feature here. So I'm going to ask Redis to increment the value of processed quotes. And that's also a really cool feature that enables you to have several clients trying to update the same value without any concurrent issues. So let's see how that one works. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to start a worker. So this is one worker, the other worker. So currently they don't receive anything, and now I'm going to start the client that will send data. And if I do Q to send a single quote, you can see the first worker got that message first. If I do it again, the second one happens to get it. I can continue with that one. Oh, there were a crash. This one, you can see sometimes the second worker gets the message, sometimes the first one gets it. It's just a matter of who gets it first. And if I just press W, I will send 30 quotes just to have the workers to do something. And right now they both crashed, so let's see if it comes back up. So that's just a simulated crash, so it's not a real crash. So they're doing some work here with the everything. And if I press the E key, I will show that right now we have 23 processed quotes, 24 right now, 27, 28, and soon we will be all done. And it will all stop, so there's no more messages right now. And if I do R, press R, I will reprocess all those messages that failed previously. So that's how you can handle both concurrency and also make sure that the messages really get handled once and only once, even if they fail. Another hidden feature in Redis is the pub/sub possibility. So you can publish things that many followers subscribe to. So in this demo, I'm going to publish a position, and inside my client here, I'm going to read that position and output the @ to that position. So you can see if I start the two clients, those are the same clients. They're listening to the same publisher. And now if I start sending coordinates, you can see that the @ is moving exactly the same way for both of these clients listening to the same information that I publish. And the final feature I wanted to tell you about today is the sorted set. So you can add things to a set that is like a collection, but it is sorted by a value that you passes on. So in this sample, I will simulate players playing a game, and the gamers come in with a score, and I want to know which are the top 15 best players right now. So I will add the values to a sorted set, add, and then I will read it as sorted set range by rank with scores. That's a hard method name to say, but I want to have the scores sorted descending. And then I just print them on the screen. So let's see how that looks. So let's start with this one. That will give us the players, and if we start sending player information there, you can see that this one updates and automatically sorts. So the one with the highest scores are always on top there. And now we are cut at 15 because we only take the top 15 ones. There's just so much more to know about Redis, and I recommend you to go to redis.io, and if you look at all of these commands available, you can see that we've only briefly talked about some of the features in there. I do really recommend you to go there and look at all of these commands and try to figure out what they do. If you want to learn more how to set up your own Redis cache in Azure, really simple, go to azure.com and search for Redis. If you want to know how I created these samples, they're all provided on GitHub. You can find them on github.com/krist00fer/redis-sample. And if there's anything you want to talk to me about or get in contact with me, you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/krist00fer. That's everything from me today. Thank you very much. Bye.